not play the game.
Okay.
And I know Dadik does, because he won a father-son doubles bracket with Shattuck once.
Oh, wow, good for them.
But there's a solution. Beast Mode Dad proposed they play pickleball.
That's what I was going to say, like, what would be the sport they play? But so pickleball, huh?
That's like the most dad sport, right?
I imagine the most dad sport would be golf, but we got...
Oh, yeah, you're right. Actually, golf is pretty good. Well, that's upscale dad. It depends on how rich they are.
I mean, with all the winnings that Paul could get, I can see them having a good bit of money. But Peabnut versus Hurt. I don't know how many of the Japanese players Peabnut's played so far, but I'll tell you what, Peabnut representing Winthrop Esports here, it's going to be a hot one.
He's still holding it down on winner's side. Very impressive to see. The best Mega Man in the world for a reason, but can you stick it to someone of Hurt's caliber?
Or better yet, can you stick it up to the best Snake on the world?
Yes. And we're at C4, Cirque 4. We got that little power up going on here. I saw so much random like memorabilia in the background that they were planning to put on the stage. I don't know if it's going to happen or not, but they were definitely cooking some stuff up to lean into the C4 moniker.
Right now, this match is just looking to be a huge projectile fest. Got Peabnut throwing out the pellets and whatnot, but then of course, you know, you got Hurt getting the grenade, so that almost converts into the up air.
I love that chase down from Hurt. Everything about that interaction. He followed him so that even though he missed the air dodge read, he still was able to punish him off of the 50-50 because of the landing lag after the air dodge. Get that hit there, and then what did he do? He set up beautifully to option select with the C4 on the tech chase. Oh, he's going so high. You got to be careful against Mega Man's up air. That's terrifying.
I feel like Snake's able to get high enough where that, like, unless you like go super high with Mega Man, even that's not gonna hit you, or like the up air. Like Snake's so good at doing that, just being able to get out of dodge like that.
Trying to drop that Aikido off the side, but great stuff from Peabnut. However, it doesn't matter how many of my options you shut down. Hurt always has one more in the chamber.
Gonna be able to close the stock out with up air, and now Peabnut's got to find an answer to close out this stock. Snake with rage is scary. The F smash is going to do it, however, from downtown.
The Nikita in his face, that is so fun. I love that that works. It's such a great option. Speaking of great options, playing a little bit of ping pong, some bombo combos coming out, and now Peabnut gets a chance to answer back, but as soon as he gets it, it's immediately gone.
Oh, hello. It's Randall. He's back.
I feel like that platform deserves a name.
I think both of them do. All three platforms need a name on this stage, honestly.
All right, we'll call the left one Jeffrey and the right one Joffrey.
What about the middle one?
Ted.
Metal Blade's going to hit the grenade there, and I feel like that's something that's going to be really annoying in this matchup, is like just those Metal Blade setups are not as effective. Or actually, that might actually work to his advantage, because you can use the Metal Blade to take out the grenade while he's holding it in shield.
Everybody say bye, Jeffrey.
Bye, Jeffrey. Bye, Joffrey.
Yeah, as Chad is pointing out, this is a tricky matchup for Snake. The way that Peabnut is able to use his projectiles, especially, I love his usage of the lemon game. He can shut down those grenades, make it so tricky. Now you got that Crash Bomber online, and he can combo off of what looked like it was Hurt's. Looks like it was Hurt's advantage state, and it suddenly turns around. And of course, the up airs on those high recoveries.
Wow, I can't believe he was able to air dodge out of that up air. I thought for sure he'd be dead. Back air gonna proc the grenade.
Ooh, something crazy is going on. Oh my goodness.
Oh, I don't know if you
Yeah, definitely check out the other stream in the background. Just see what's going on for us. I have no concept of what's happening, but
no, it is like the GOAT of CFL, Goblin fighting against Spargo right now.
Oh, I think Spargo took it. I just saw a cloud back air out of the corner of my eye. GG's.
Yeah. GG's to that set, but it's not even close to being done over here. Not going to be able to get the Crash Bomb on Wake Up or on the Halo Plat. That's a really, honestly, kind of busted thing that you can do is Mega Man set up a Crash Bomb when someone respawns.
Peabnut is starting to bring this back. This last stock, he's in a decent spot. Of course, Hurt has that clear advantage, a 60% lead here. But if he can just play cautious, if he can shut down those grenades, which you see how hard Hurt has to work to mix up the timings on, there is a win condition.
No, yeah, Peabnut really has to, like you said, he has to play super careful here. And that's what we're seeing right now. He's just walling out with projectiles, trying to get that Crash Bomber online, to get the Oki. And it's just, again, it's just so many projectiles on screen. You have to be super aware, especially for her, too. Like, you have to be aware, oh, my C4 is under the middle plat right there. And, like, how many grenades do I have right now? C4 is gone. Now I can go over here. And it's just such an insane just stage that we have right now.
Ooh, this is where it starts, though. Those up airs, that's a lot of damage, and you have to respect it. We saw yesterday what happens when someone tries to jump out of that. You just blow up. Speaking of blowing up, though, I don't care how high those ceilings are. I don't care how good your DI is. That up tilt is always going to kill.
If there's any amount of inevitable truths in this game, it's that if you get hit by a snake up tilt, you are dead.
Yeah.
Every time. That move is too strong.
There are two absolutes in life, death and death by up tilt. By the way, chat, I saw a couple of comments about it. Is my mic okay now? Definitely let us know so that we can get that sorted if there are issues. You know how it is. We move through this stuff quickly. Sometimes some stuff gets lost in the weeds, so appreciate any help on that. Mic is peaking. Okay. Interesting.
It says the mic
right.
is still fried.
Production's going to try to get that figured out. In our software here, it doesn't look like it's peaking, so we'll see what the actual issue is. But thank you for the info.
In the meantime, though, Game 2, and we know what we say in the business, Game 1 is always for intel. Peep's going to come in here with a strong game plan, almost killing her off the top. Nearly doing it again. Getting a quick 90 because of that.
Ooh, nice parry on that up tilt, or that up air rather, as well.
Sure you can.
That's a great read from Peabnut. He recognized that when I'm putting on these down airs that are safe on shield, Hurt would rather reset the neutral than try to go into that ugly boxing name with me. And how's he going to do that? He's going to jump away, so immediate up tilt.
Now a bit of what we saw last time, just trying, like Peabnut really needs to get some space right here. He's gonna jump up, get away, nice. But he's not setting up projectiles right now. He really, okay, there we go. There's the Metal Blade, and now we're back to the game plan. Get those crash bombs out, drop the pellet, leave shield. That shield crush with the leave shield is so nuts, by the way.
Yeah, and having those triplats as well to allow him to set up that lead shield, to set up that razor blade like you mentioned, just makes it that much harder for Hurt. And of course, Hurt loves to control space with that C4. That is one of his defining characteristics as a Snake player amongst Snake players. That's one of his go-tos, and he can't do that on Battlefield.
Right, it's so much harder because there's just more things for the C4 to land on. It's actually a reason why people prefer not to go to this stage, because the platforms will always block the T-Jolt. Similar concept here. And like you were saying, yeah, for Hurt, that's bad, because he loves that C4.
Ooh, that late back air, not going to work out well for Hurt. And there you go, Peabnut with the up tilt, 2-in-1 game.
That was almost such a cool conversion, but the grenade able to get her out of that situation. Now he's backed up into the corner.
And a reminder here that Mega Man is pretty heavy. Even though he's a smaller dude, my man's made of metal. So it's a lot harder for Hurt to win that nickel and dime war of attrition just by being the heavier character.
Not to mention, you can't really, like with Snake, you don't want to trade against them, but like it's so much harder to get those trades on Peabnut. So like the weight plays an even bigger factor because it's just harder to get percent here. Like because they're not, like with Peab, you know, like he's got all these projectiles, so that's what's breaking the nades more often than not. Like he has distance, so he's outside of that range. He can't build up the percent as easily compared to say like, I don't know, like
Oh, caught him out off the top. That's what we were talking about. Hurt has to really struggle when he's going for those high recoveries because you don't know what Mega Man is cooking some of the time, and you don't want to go low because then when you get down air.
Boom. Not to mention with against Snake, his uppy is not fast, so that you're just asking to get dared at that point. Like in that situation, like if you went low, you'd have to use grenades or C4 to get out of there, unless you want to get down air.
Chat really hit him with the he got hurt. That's crazy. But hey, even set. It's 1-1 right now, and now we have Hurt's counterpick. And he's going to have that counterpick advantage until Peabnut manages to beat him on his own counterpick. So if we go to Game 5, that could be a difficult situation that Peabnut finds himself in.
I think it would be a pretty bad situation if just so Snake has more space to work with. He has 2. Yeah, that's a pretty strong counter pick because bigger stage similar to Town. That's the stage that he won on game 1. I think this will play more in Hurt's favor, but we'll see if Peabnut can make the adaptations from game 2 work here, just on a different stage.
An interesting aspect of the counterpick war here is that Mega Man gets some stuff out of this too, right? That larger stage, once again, goes against Hurt's typical game plan. He likes to fight on those small stages and control with the C4, and he's in a matchup here. Part of what makes this matchup difficult is that he doesn't get to play to that game plan with his counterpicks because he's too busy running away. He gets back to the up air, gets back to the metal blade as well, and the back air, sending out his own. Hurt taking pot shot after pot shot, and all of it is connecting right now.
Oh, that was such a good grab from Hurt. And, he almost had the lead on their really good option select. But the neutral will be reset.
You got to play so slow here if you're either of these players. We saw Peabnut's ability to kill, and of course Snake, he's got that up tilt, he's got that forward tilt, all of his crazy options in the corner as well, and of course the Bombo combos.
Hurt might have the Bombo combos, but we want to know what Peabnut has? He has up smash, out of shield.
Yes, he does. He caught Hurt sleeping a little bit. If he does something unsafe on his shield, he has shown that he is willing to throw that out. However, you got to be careful of those grenades.
The pressure from both these players is just nuts right now. Like just right there. I mean, Peabnut just had this Hurt backed up into one corner. Now he's got him backed up into another corner right now. Gonna get hit by his own grenade. And the metal blade into the back air. What a clean conversion for Peabnut.
That whole thing was such a great setup from Peabnut. Hurt was trying to throw his grenades. Peabnut stuffing it out with his projectiles like we talked about at the beginning of the set. And as soon as he does that and gets that one hit, that gives him the agency to more comfortably jump over the C4 that's controlling center stage without having to worry about it going off, and then he can confirm into the back air.
And also, like we were talking about before, just the weight of Mega Man, it's going to make it hard to kill, especially when Peabnut's playing so defensively right now. He has, these are the things, he has the stock lead. He doesn't need to approach right now, so what's he going to do? He's going to do what he's doing right now, just chilling on the opposite side of the stage and lays Hurt with his projectiles. Exactly.
He's got his win condition, and Hurt has lost his. Now you don't have to approach over that C4 in center stage anymore. And not only that, you were so comfortable, so confident in the projectile war when it was even, which means Hurt has to approach, and he doesn't want to do that.
No, yeah, with Snake, you really don't want to have to approach. He just doesn't have great buttons for that, but he has great buttons for counter, or just for snuffing out other people's approaches.
Yeah, both of these characters want to get that lead and force the other one to come to them. In this case, it is Peabnut. However, Hurt got his stock off. He won that war, but can he win the entire game? 50% to 69. It's starting to even up.
No, that's just one of the reasons why Snake is just so good, because in like mere moments, you can go from 0 to 50, just get hit by like 2-3 grenades, boom, it's over.
Yeah, clap him up. And there's those lemons again. One thing that I think really sets Peabnut apart from a lot of other Mega Mans is how well he utilizes that lemon. He uses it as a mix-up tool, as a pressure tool, and there's no way to reliably predict when it's going to come out because he's so tricky with it.
Yeah, that's like I was talking with one of my friends who named Mega Man about pellet. And one of the things that'll separate a good Mega Man from a bad Mega Man is their pellet pattern. Like, because that'll determine like where the end lag is at, or like just how much end lag you're gonna have. So if you mix up your patterns that messes with their timing, like you said, Peabnut's super good at that.
Not only that, but once you get that hit, what you do with it. I love, for example, just a second ago, we had a great situation where we saw that lemon pressure you're talking about, where he threw a single lemon onto the platform and didn't do anything aggressive off of it. Instead, he was able to reposition and set himself up for success in center stage, and that won him the next neutral interaction.
And there's more of the pellet play right there. Like, he approached with a single pellet, but then he followed up with the triple. Then he did like another single. There was a single right there. And like, he's just not, like, he knows that, oh, I don't need to throw all 3 pellets at the same time. I can just throw out 1, I can throw out 2.
Right, there's that Crash Bomber again. Is Peabnut gonna approach? Doesn't even bother.
He doesn't have to, there's no need.
He lets him sit there and shield. You're wasting your time. You got 2 minutes and 15 seconds left. Better do something about these Crash Bombers.
Roland gonna get out of the setup. Oh, nice.
That's bad.
For the pressure.
Hurt needs to find a way in fast. He needs a quick up tilt or F tilt at ledge right now. Maybe he can get a Nikita off, but the way that Peabnut's moving off stage, it seems unlikely.
The backer's not going to kill him there? That's crazy. But the dash attack will. And now suddenly there is a chance for Hurt to win.
Yes, there is. Peabnut can't just rest on his laurels here anymore. It's not about stocks, it's about percents. A minute and a half left on the counter, and all of a sudden, Hurt is only 15% away from evening this up.
But Peabnut's going to do the best that he can to close that, or to widen that gap, excuse me. But Hurt he's clapping back. He's got Peabnut
that's
on
big.
the ledge. Peabnut clapping back.
Yeah, there's so much going on.
It's just, there's so much happening.
All of a sudden, the octane level, the amount of projectiles that we have seen. I'd love to see a projectile counter at the end of this. You know how they have that in like the stats? How many projectiles? It's got to be, like, we know it's triple digits from both of them, but the question is how many hundreds?
I like to think it's kind of like how in Mario Party, over the course of the game, you spam the stickers and you get to 999. I like to think that's where they're at right about now.
151. Oh, that's a big hit. Peabnut doesn't need to do anything, but he does it anyway. Found an opening with the backer, going super high the one time and getting that game number 3 on his opponent's counterpick.
Let's see. I wonder, I wish they would show us like what stages they banned, because I wonder if Peabnut's banning a town, or if that's an option for Hurt to return to.
He banned Small Battlefield and Smashville. We're in just the right position where we can look over. I like what Peabnut was doing. They figured out a great, like, non-conversational way to do it. Peabnut hovered over one, pointed at the screen, hovered over the other, pointed at the screen, and now Hurt knows his bans.
There are no language barriers.
There is no language barrier. There is only these hands. I will say, I feel like the counterpick wasn't necessarily bad. I feel like it just worked out in an unfortunate way for Hurt. Because Peabnut got that first stock, all of a sudden the big stage ended up being a problem instead of a blessing.
No, yeah. Like you were talking about before, like not only were there benefits for Hurt, there are benefits for Peabnut too. Gives him more space to work with.
Oh wait, we did go to Small Battlefield. Maybe he hovered over regular Battlefield and I just missed it. But whatever the case, yeah, here we go into game number 4. Peabnut has the lead, but can he win this entire set?
A better question is, can we get the game cam on instead of the player cam?
There we go.
Woo! Now we got this on the big screen. All right.
There we go. We got it here. Thank you, production. They've got way too much going on today. They're doing a great job.
No, yeah.
There were some serious tech issues this morning, and they clutched up.
Oh, damn. Now, yeah, give our props to the, not just production team, but also wonderful players that have shown out not going to be able to get the down air, but if he was just a little more right, that might have actually just killed Hurt.
Ooh, interesting roll behind there from Peabnut. Not sure what he was going for, trying to mix up Hurt's movement. Instead, it lost him the center, and it gave Hurt an opportunity to finally get his game plan going with the C4 in the corner.
Oh, I love how he recognized that the grenades were going over him and onto the platform, so he just played underneath it. The grenades were just bouncing away, so he didn't even need to reposition.
Great movement there from Peabnut. He throws the metal blade, forcing Hurt to jump, and then what does he do? He just jumps with him and punishes that. But where are you going to go?
No options there.
Projectile War 101. A lot of the time, it's not about hitting with the projectile. It's about forcing your opponent to go to a specific place to avoid it.
And then once your opponent just loses those resources, that's when they're easier to punish. There's just less things on your mental stack.
Yes, the mental stack is crucial in a matchup like this. Like we were talking about, I mean, chat's been saying it the whole time. We're playing a bullet hell right now. This is not a fighting game. They're throwing everything. If they had a kitchen sink, they'd be throwing that right now. You know what I mean? And the number of things you have to track in a scenario like that, not just trying to avoid things, but how is my opponent moving while they're doing that? Do you even have time to look at your opponent because you're dodging the grenade, and all of a sudden you get up there?
All of a sudden you get hit by your own grenade, and you're just getting hit with a forward air from Peabnut. There's just so much on screen. I could not play this matchup, bro. I'm telling you, like, it's just so hectic.
This new Call of Duty looks crazy. I'm telling you. I thought it was coming out a few days from now, but apparently not.
And now Peabnut with an insane lead over Hurt. He has all the ability to. It would be so funny if he timed it out in this game when this has probably been the fastest game so far.
Yeah, we didn't really address it when it happened, but that down air was precisely why Hurt was going high so much of the time. Because he's getting hit by those up airs, but at least he's not dying. But that Cypher, the lateral movement is so poor that it's very difficult to get around that giant spike down air.
And the reason why he was able to live the first few times he did was because he was able to ride the walls of the stage. But in that case, he was too far to the right. Peabnut was able to line up the down air and just kill him at like, what, 60, 80%?
Yeah, something like that. And now we're just rinse and repeating. It's all about the damage for Peabnut right now. Get those leaf blades, get those metal blades, make him hurt for it.
Pun intended.
Ooh, goes high. Doesn't even go for the up air. Just get that metal blade.
Yeah, he doesn't have to take any chances there because if he went for it, he could have gone reversal. Who knows? He's gonna take the dash attack, but it's fine.
The win condition here for Hurt is to get that big hit now. He needs to get that up tilt because he's going to want that full 3 minutes to get himself back into this. If he's got another situation where he's got a minute and a half on the clock going into the last stock, it's probably going to be curtains.
Man, Peabnut will give him the opportunity. Like, look at what we got going on right now. This is literally Call of Duty. They're just throwing grenades at each other.
But why would Peab approach, right?
No,
he has no reason to. So if Hurt's not going to come at him, he's like, bet, run down the clock.
Yeah, I'm the one winning here, not you, bud. And like he was right there. Like he was just standing there, just threatening the possibility of doing something, but not actually doing it. Oh,
that would have killed.
Doesn't get the raw bear, but that would have ended the game. It got it.
Get the fair, get the bear. It doesn't matter at that point. Leaf Blade gets past the Nikita as well, and just a little bit of more damage. And we got max rage on this Mega Man, you know, just in case it wasn't enough.
Oh, I love the bait attempt, but unfortunately, Peabnut ready for it and gonna close out a hot set with the down air.
Look.
Great stuff from her and Peabnut especially.
My man may not be book smart, but he's money smart. Makes him more intelligent. He's trying to get those bands today.
Not just bands, hella bands.
Indeed.
Peabnut,
Great stuff to Peabnut. Moving on winner's side.
More like Mr. Rock Festival.
Man. Shout out Jay-Eazy, I guess.
Yeah.
He was wearing the Jay-Eazy Money Smart shirt at the Lit Invitational. He leans into the brand. He knows what he's about.
I love that.
I mean, he's the best Mega Man in the world. You got to show him what's up. I think I heard... Who we got coming up over here?
I heard Osh9 get called.
Ooh, Osh9 and Lima. Okay.
That's right. Oh, yeah. Hey, here's an esports team face-off, or collegiate face-off. I believe Osh9